Did I prefer going to LA or Miami? West Coast versus East Coast, Venice Beach versus South Beach. I went to both cities for similar lengths of time, only about 2 days in each, so fleeting but equal visits. I even stayed in the same chain of hotels, so I think I've got good baseline control conditions for the purposes of this video. Right, I will split this video into weather, prices, public transport, activities, and general vibes. Starting with vibes, if you happen to have seen the video I made about LA, which now almost 200,000 people have, you may know that we did not have the smoothest of times here. Flashback to having a can of tomato soup launched at us on a bus. But despite all of that, there is something about being in Hollywood that just feels so magical. I think having grown up seeing LA in so many movies makes actually being there for yourself make you go, wow, I am actually here. We stayed in downtown LA, which in hindsight was not the best place to stay. We were a stone's throw away from the infamous Cecil Hotel, and when our taxi driver dropped us off, he literally said, wow, you are staying in the pits. And what I will say is that you really do see some harrowing things in downtown LA. A lot of it is really very sad. Slight tone change, switching over to Miami. We stayed in the downtown World Center area, and it definitely felt a lot safer around here. One day we went to Little Havana, and it was so much fun. A lot of live music, great Cuban cocktails, delicious food. People overall seemed happier in Miami, but maybe a lot of that is to do with the sun being out, which brings me to my next point. Weather-wise, we did Miami in early November, and it was pretty windy, but still really hot and quite humid, which I think is quite typical for the tail end of the hurricane season. LA we did in May, and we experienced a bit of May grey, which I didn't know was a commonly used term until a load of people on TikTok told me. We did get one sunny evening in LA though, and we took this as our chance to go to the Griffith Observatory, which was amazing. The sunset here was stunning. Prices, in my personal experience, I felt that Miami was a lot more expensive for things like eating out, getting snacks, coffees, that sort of thing. Public transport, we took buses in Miami all over the place, to South Beach, also to Little Havana and all around downtown. It was fast and it was easy. I felt like Miami was a lot more compact as a city and fairly walkable, but LA is huge and it feels almost like a load of mini cities in one. Whilst our experience of the buses and the metro in LA was not the best, I would definitely still use it if I was to go again, and I would even recommend it. It's so cheap compared to Ubers or taxis, which are extortionate in LA. Just do not expect the public transport in LA to be fast, but if you're only going a short distance, it can definitely save you a load of money. Then finally, in terms of things to do, I can only judge this on my very short experience in both, but I would say there is a load more to do in LA. You have so many different sports games in the city you can go to, different hikes, different beaches, but I felt that Miami was more centered around beach life. So which did I prefer? I had a great time in both, but if I had to pick one to go back to tomorrow, I would definitely say Miami.